another lonely night, don't know what to do. Finally see what it's like going out every night when it's not with you. I see you whipping down a 4-5. It was December, it was you and I can't remember how to feel alive without you. I wonder what I would say if you stayed, if the times all changed and the games we played went away for the day. But you hated me for everything. Yeah, I would do it all again if the clock restarted, knowing it'll end with us broken hearted. We could both pretend I'm in love with someone new, someone just like you. Someone just like you. Someone just like you. For you and him, but you keep blowing up my line like I'm with you again. It's just like 1996 and you doing that thing you do. You keep on lying to yourself about everything we've been through. It'd be cool if you let off all this bullshit and emptied your baggage like you cleaning out your Birkin. You at the club and telling everyone you're working, but I know you mad and honestly you probably heard it. I wonder what I would say if you stayed, if the times all changed and the games we played went away for the day. But you hated me for everything. Yeah, I would do it all again if the clock restarted, knowing it'll end with us broken hearted. We can both pretend I'm in love with someone new, someone just like you.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It's Slow LCS Action Week number 4. I'm Quanzek. I'm joined in the booth by Rhino. He's a beautiful piece of tiramisu here for Valentine's Day weekend, and we're excited to kick things off. Some good games, and we're opening with a burger v burger matchup.
Yeah, it seems like everybody really enjoys the burger spam in their names. Every year it's either cats, burgers, or Capachungus like names. So really enjoying that we finally get to see this one on the head-to-head burger v burger. Good call out by Quanzek.
Yeah, it's something that I was excited to see happen, and now it's officially on stream. It will be getting shown, and for the first time in SLOLCS, we will be covering the draft recap live. We won't be just looking at the teams in post. I like to see the mind games that come out here, the thought process that go behind who they're banning, what they're playing for. It's a good game of chess before you actually get into the individual League of Legends match.
Yeah, and oh, never mind. I was about to say something about how we weren't going to be into draft quite yet because of the teams, but now we're started. I'm very excited to do this. This is what I like to do usually for SLOLCS years. Come onto the draft, watch people go through their 30-second ban faces back and forth, and then see kind of what everybody's thinking about, what they're cooking, what's possible with all the changes. Actually, we're the the next patch is coming out this Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever release schedule looks like.
Yep.
Because of President's Day. So things should be pretty baked in, at least meta-wise. So maybe some cool hidden picks. We see a Pantheon ban from, what do I want to call them in short? We'll just call them Chug. We'll go by their quad code here.
Yeah, Chug Jug Kitty Burger Time is quite the mouthful for the alternative right now, so I'm with you there. We can go with Chug.
I'm going to go with Chug. That way I don't freaking mess it up like I have in years past. We see a Pantheon ban. Pretty smart. He's been a real terror on this patch after the Domination Runes buff. Pretty aggressive, even though it's not. And he also gets to build, or actually no, it's because of Drain Tanks. He goes a Drain Tank build, and he just feels unkillable because of his damage blocking abilities. So like to see that removed.
Master Yi coming out. It is understandable on the opposite end for Chug to get that ban. It's a annoying pick, and maybe that indicates that the support pick won't be any point and click CC, maybe an enchanter angle that they're envisioning, and Yi would be a massive problem there. Obviously the prio very heavily in the jungle in terms of bans for Chug, and they exemplify that with the prio Hecarim pick.
Sorry, I'm reading lobby chat where Handmade from Chug has said, "Yo, I'm silver. Don't ban my champs." We see that Chug actually went for the triple jungle bans there. Their priority is to target Mysterious 029's champ pool. He's been pretty much all his pool is these kind of like hyper carry-ish aggressive champions. So removal Kindred, removal Pantheon. Master Yi is a possibility just because I think he had a game on it last week.
Yep.
And Burger responds with immediately a lot of hyperscaling right here. You know, picking Jinx, Veigar, 1-2. They're going to be real monsters come 30, 40 minute mark, but how are they going to get there?
Yeah, I mean, that is the rigmarole that you get with these matchups. You are allowed to take your foot off the gas and understand that you can fall back on your late game scaling, but if you completely concede all of your towers and all the objectives, the game will be over before you get there. Kawkin has the Veigar coming back out. She has flashed this pick a few times, and even when Vex hasn't been banned this time around, the Veigar pick is still locked in. So Comfort coming out by way of whatever Burger, and they should be monsters. I'm curious to see how Chug responds here, if they're going to go early hyper-focus, try to match scaling the Mao's Corki coming out from them.
I'm actually going to look up really quickly what Veigar's win rate has been in SLOLCS. Let's see. He's been picked a total of 4 times, and he's won 2 times.
Okay.
So, you know, pretty good odds, considering that's probably only Kawkin who plays Veigar. So pretty good odds for her on this champion. I do like the Corki response from Chug. It's a pretty dominating ADC, lots of early game aggression, and we miss a pick. Okay. I'm hoping that everything is going well, but I'm going to keep on talking about Corki while we wait. You know, Corki has this ability to just shred armor, magic resist, does a 50-50 split damage because of his passive, so it's hard to itemize resistances against him besides just building HP. So, and he's just been a very huge menace in the bot lane. Nice. We get information that we have a Volibear pick.
Yep.
Production gap right here. Oh my god, look at that. Let's go.
I'm doing my best, man. If the teams can't do it, it's left up to me.
You're making the best out of a bad situation. I love it.
Exactly. I don't have an active PNG of Volibear on hand. Unfortunately, I'm not to that level here, and I'm curious, maybe it's a flex pick. It should be top, but there is a world where they can flex it to jungle. That champion just feels so bad jungle-wise right now, because even with the Q max that you're taking on volley, so many champs have dashes at this point that you're just running at them full speed. They drop a dash at the last second, your timer on your sprint runs out, and that's just it. That's all she wrote. So
yep.
Should be top lane, but a very solid drain tank up there that is very hard to kill if you can get the E shields and the W procs on your target just to sustain yourself in these massive team fights.
Yeah, and hey, just gonna plug the stats website again, guys. Worth
There's a lot of hard work
shilling.
has gone in. No, it's deserved shilling.
Shameless. Yeah. Thank you. Winslow JP for whatever burger is most played is Volibear so far. I think he's played it 2 or 3 times. He's only played 3 unique champions so far, so he's not going to increase that number today. So yeah, it could flex, but we see that they reveal Xin Zhao on 4. So Volibear going top lane here. On the other side, Chug is very worried about what Gyarados, who has been, I'm going to say auto-filled. I don't know necessarily why he chose to play support, but he is playing support now. They're going to choose to ban him out here. 2 bans, Bromrel, take down his pool, make sure that Jinx can't be protected as well, I guess, by removing Brom, and also remove some insane engage with the Rel. Some very nice bans.
Yep.
What do you think about this Nasus response into Volibear?
I don't like it personally. I mean, the Nasus, you should be able to free stack, at least until Volley with the R is what the biggest concern I have is thank God that wasn't LeBlanc support. I have no idea if they can pilot it on the other side, but I was not prepped for the LeBlanc support coming out. It is maybe a little bit of a benefit that we're not seeing it from Teggy, unless no.
So Teggy Weggy is actually on a mission to play the highest number of unique champions in his games.
Okay.
I had to figure out how to say that correct.
Isn't this his race to keep up with
Arch-Tempered?
Yeah, okay. Arch-Tempered. Yeah. Just to...
Arch-Tempered is higher because he's subbed in differing roles for like three games. So he just has more games played, so he has a wider unique number. But Teggy has only repeated once because he has 4 unique champions played in 5 games.
Well, we'll see if he can reach that point. Teggy, you're probably just going to have to find more sub opportunities, but I do appreciate the hustle regardless. The Maokai pick I do like a lot coming out from whatever burger. They needed a way of solid engage and or disengage in this comp, and the Maokai provides both with the long-range Bramble Thorns of the ult and any knockback attached to the Q for the Maokai. So it's a very solid pick there, and I think for whatever burger, as long as they don't get behind too early, if they can make it to that 30-35 minute mark, I think this team quickly becomes a menace because they have quite a number appeal for the Jinx and Veigar hiding behind Volley, Xin, and Maokai.
Yeah, definitely a good call out that Maokai has really good peel. The scaling on whatever burger is absolutely insane, thinking that Veigar and Jinx obvious choices, but I think who is this on the right side? Winslow likes to go the Rift Maker build, the more AP-ish looking build for Volibear.
Oh,
kind of like the Baus.
Got it. The like Roa into
Yeah.
Maker. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can also make a variant of that where you go Cosmic Drive first into kind of the second items that you're thinking about, but I think that's what he likes to play, so thinking about Volibear on like 2 items is also pretty scary. He'll be squishy, but he will like heal for a lot and he'll do a lot of damage. So, really looking at how whatever burger is going to play this early game, because Chug Jug, damn, there is some aggression on this team. Looking at bot lane, Corky Pike can absolutely spiral out of control if you let them get strong early.
Yeah, and that's like, Maokai's a good pick into Pyke for that reason. You can W any sort of hook that comes out. The Bone Skewer, I think it's officially called. It will be almost impossible for any engage to ever happen onto Corky, though. Corky's just going to dash anytime Maokai starts walking at them, even if Maokai builds Swifties. So, It may be more of a disengage coming out from whatever burger, and I think that's crucial because Corky Pike, just like you said, that snowball potential is ridiculous from those two. But we've officially locked in the draft in game, so I'll give you closing thoughts, Rhino. We'll cut to a short break after that, and then jump back in for game number 1 on stream today.
I think you called out a lot of great things. I'm actually really excited to see how Corky plays into Maokai, because Maokai with the W, the twisted advance, could have Corky has a lot of outplay potential with Valkyrie and Flash. So I'm interested to see how bot lane's going to go. I think it's going to be the point of interest, and everybody else is kind of along for the ride with how well their bot lane plays.
100% agree. We'll wait for the Spectre delay. We got 2 minutes, so go grab a snack, grab a drink, and we'll see you right on the other side of this.
It's a slap. It's a knock.
Alright, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Chug Jug Kitty Burger Time's name is so long that it's cut off by the overlay, and as I'm saying this, we're looking at a black screen. Let me fix this. I don't know what's going on. Hold on.
I love the window capture of League of Legends sometimes. Sometimes it just fails.
Yeah, no, this is what is currently happening. So we are going to do this instead. Give me a second. I apologize. There is a game happening, people. I'm doing my best over here.
I'll narrate what we can see so far because I also have it. We have a 5-point from Chug Jug, and we have a full 5 stack from whatever burger. And nothing is happening because no river crossing can be seen.
Okay. I need to
Literally
resize this.
nothing.
Okay.
Oh?
Okay, we're there.
Okay.
And then let me do this. And we're
Yeah.
back, I think. Yes?
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me go here. And
What the?
do this.
Oh, okay, so the Alt Tab killed it? What the hell?
Yep.
It's back. Okay, nice. OU, Control Shift Z, N.
Are we good? Are we chilling? Let me turn off the,
It should be pre-bound to U. Oh, hooks.
There you go.
It's Jinx.
Okay, we're live.
It's a
We're good. We're chilling. I need to not stop doing that, though.
Can you
Enjoy the
press
muscle
N
stream.
also?
In? There we go.
And then hit Control Shift. Oh my god, a hook! Lands on the Pika Teggy Weggy with First Blood! Two beautiful bone skewers to pick up First Blood 2 minutes into the game. If you hit Control Shift Z once and then scroll out, you'll be able to give it a little more. Yeah.
Wait.
Scroll out to wherever you think is a good idea.
Right here, maybe?
Yeah, I think that
Is it
looks
good?
good.
Yep. Okay. We're
You're
good.
on it.
We're live. Little bit of some hiccups, but I've only produced League of Legends like 2 times ever. So, forgive me.
You're a pro. You're a pro.
But we're
It's all
here.
good.
I'm doing my best. Tarsa who? No, I'm joking. An early kill coming out, by the way, of Chug, and it's just a good hook by Teggy. Finds another! The level 2 advantage, the stun, and Pika! She just can't play the game! The Jinx dead once more!
What a nasty bone skewer from Teggy Weggy from Fog. Pulls him in. Oh my god, no. That is not what you want to be seeing from your scaling lane.
And this is, I mean, we set this up pre-game too of like, hey, this bot lane can start snowballing like crazy, and now they're setting a trap. Teggy just trying to get some vision, but will just dash his way on out of there. It's already a rough start, though, for whatever burger. Pika hasn't even hit level 2 yet. Should finally get there once this wave gets under tower, but not an ideal start by any means.
And look at what Chug Jug is doing. The ward earlier from Teggy spotted Mysterious on his blue buff. It looks like they're going for the 4-man invade. 4v4 on the bot side. Directed camera finally brings us over. Flashes go out, but now look at Kakin. She also has the flash. Action everywhere!
How has nobody died? Are we really just gonna trade and walk out? This is what this turns into. Aimfield trying to get something out of it. Does smite the
Yoki
block,
goes in!
but-
Mysterious no flash!
Okay, yes, it's a good pick, and just a little bit too greedy. I feel like at that point, you just have to let the frog go. It's not yours anymore.
Oh my gosh, and now whatever burger loses the Feats of Warfare, 3 kills going over. Chug Chug at 4 minutes. This game is aggressive and bloody already.
Yeah, it's quite the early start. Only because of the fireworks that we're seeing bot lane. It will be Yoki able to get the back off just in time. And Teggy gonna think about a row mid, but with that wave crashing, will also base in time. So the first real pause in gameplay that we're seeing here, and it's gonna be Chug Jug Kitty Burger walking away with a 1.5k gold lead only 5 minutes into this game.
Yeah, and Mysterious 029 must be feeling so sad on this Xin Zhao. He's down 3 camps to his opposing jungler, the Hecarim. Just because of the invade, he lost his flash, he died, and now he's also having his Raptors invaded by the enemy team. He cannot catch a break. No money, no income for this guy.
Teggy's rotating over too. They're gonna catch him on the rotation or try to. It's gonna be Angfield spotted. Mysterious trying to walk on out. Does have the tier 2 tower, but if Teggy hits the bone skewer, the flash, Angfield turned out. Will walk back in, take a second tower shot, but Teggy Weggy, it's the MVP performance right now.
He's freaking everywhere. He's just appearing like a ghost out of thin air, ruining every lane for whatever burger. Oh my gosh, real MVP performance. You are right about that. As he ganks mid. He's going after Kakin. No flash.
Oh, but
Gyarados.
the double.
Oh!
Gyarados there for the hover. Kakin with the perfect cage. Gets both Handmaid and Teggy on the stun. Gyarados there to push Teggy further into tower. And the Veigar ult used to secure the kill, so they do get something going, and the gold's in the right spot. It's on the Veigar, which, how things are going right now, you're going to want that late game to be as late as possible, and any further acceleration that Kakin can get is going to be beneficial.
Yeah, great fire back by whatever Burger to finally get on the board, and geez, Gyarados there to save his beloved Veigar at the final second. Like, what was that? Like 100 HP flash twisted advance Q stun, and then the oh my gosh, that was a cinema to watch because it's just right there on the line.
Yeah, it's exactly what you want to see out of your support. Gyarados just trying to fight back. Tegi has been making waves across the rift early on. Mysterious stepping up a bit too overzealous on contesting this dragon and just gonna get popped. Neither his mid nor bot had prio, and now they will walk up and take the dragon for free.
Yeah, just an odd move there by Mysterious. He's down his flash. He has to guess that he's down a lot of XP. Hecarim here being level 6 has the ulti available to him. Don't know what the look was there for anything.
Yeah, I think the only hope is that technically this is like the only window you have where Jinx is going to be stronger than Corki, just because Corki requires so much more setup on his items with the tier being bought, and Jinx already has the BF sword, and maybe if they were able to move, he's just there way too soon to have any play transpire. And whatever Burger, continue this snowball. I think Mysterious, just stay away from bot lane. It is a minefield down there. Try to do what you can elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean, top lane at least is going pretty even. If you look just at CS, it looks like Winslow and Fast Donuts are pretty much even, maybe like 1 or 2 off. So it's looking like if you want somewhere to play, might as well flip top lane, no?
Yeah, I feel like any sort of advantage you can get to put not just the Nasus behind, but get some power in your team so you can win through a lane. I think that is the correct angle to take. Winslow's playing onto Fast Donuts very well. They're dead even right now in terms of CS with Winslow collecting this wave under tower. And twisted advance attempt from Gyarados, but has to back up. That is the outplay potential you were talking about with Yolki. Maybe not just to avoid the dash, but some future plays where Gyarados just gets carried deep into the back line by way of Corki. But for now, won't find the engage, and both these sides will reset before Winslow just decides to come in. That's a very solid trade in his favor. Oh,
he's going to go for it. Ults come in. Double ults pop, but... Oh, 2 tower shots on the Winslow means that this might be a little more even. Hecarim is hovering, flashes in. Fast Donut's getting low. One more ability from Winslow could be a kill, but Hecarim's here to save the day. Push, shove. Winslow, he's just on 1 HP, and the 1v2 is too difficult for him. Not able to clean it up with the immediate ult, and then the tower shots made the fight more even, and I think he just disrespected how much HP Fast Donuts really had at full HP.
Yeah, that was the fight of no use, it felt like. Winslow starting the initial trade, getting the Nasus down to half health, dropping the ult, getting the ult out of Nasus, and the Nasus ghosting in, having to return. And the Winslow just getting caught out by Engfield. The kill will go over to Fast Donuts. And Yoki, very aggressive here in a 1v2. Knows they're low, but he's going in now. Going to dash out. Just trying to get something happen.
Mysterious has to take the tower!
Okay. Oh, no!
No!
Okay, got it. And then mid, it's a suppress. It's an ult from Handmaid under tower.
Jaggy Waggy!
Oh, coming through and gets the kill.
What
is happening? Gyarados, a good mind game, but he has to still find a way out. Handmaid gonna reset. Come on, Director Cam. Gyarados, it's just ring around the rosy right now between these two. We'll finally walk out, waiting for CDs to come up, just trying to buy some time. But we see Engfield pathing down. Tegi might just take the kill himself. No, he's gonna try to leave it for the Hecarim. No shot, Gyarados gets out.
He might have to take it here. Engfield doesn't have any abilities to get in range.
Yep.
The X, the cut. No cuts generated though, because he can't give them to himself. But oh my god, everything just happened there all at once. We saw that whatever Burger was trying to force a dive onto Yoki, but they made it too obvious, missed the timing, and then Yoki just tanks the wave in front of his turret, forcing the dive by Mysterious. And now there's another peek.
Man,
it's going to fall. 1v3 moment cannot be anywhere near that turret.
Yeah, that's such a solid play, and the Hecarim, just too much movement speed. The Jinx starts quaking in her little boots there. Once the Hecarim starts ghosting, the traps just make him take a longer route, but he's still there instantly. And after all of that, I think it turns into a 3-for-1 in favor of Chug, but the difference is the one kill that Berg got, it's on the Maokai, which, not where you want the gold by any means. Zin was there, Jinx Rocket, and Fast Donuts just walks him down, may get traded out by Mysterious, though, with the cover.
Wait, these siphoning strikes are kind of hitting. How many stacks does this guy have? 237 at 11. He's farming up a storm.
There you go. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. Taggy Waggy, good challenge there. He gets the stun, and Mysterious just stays too long trying to get that wave under, and they'll fall short. I'm trying to zoom back out. I cannot zoom back out. No, there we go.
Control shift. Yeah, it's a toggle by Control Shift Z.
And then I've accidentally moved the director camera. Look, we're learning, people. Relax. Handmade pushing this wave in, and we have pinks coming out on either one of these objectives. They should be up at relatively the same time. Dragon in 10 seconds, Grubs 10 after that, and the priority for Berg is coming out, or not Berg, for Chug is coming out here towards the Dragon. They're moving the Hecarim down to make sure that they secure it.
And Nasus is here too. He's giving up farm top while he has TP just to be at Dragon.
Oh, that's what I meant by saying Hecarim. Yeah, Nasus is here rather early. He will just TP back. That is definitely a play for sure.
Okay, slow CS special right there. Hey guys, I swept the pit for you. I made sure there's nobody in the pit, but I'm going back to my farm now. Corky lands on the traps, takes a tower shot, but whatever Burger cannot do enough, has no damage to really trade or fight right now, and they just need to be on their back heel and bide their time.
That's really the name of the game right now more than anything, right?
Oh, the bone skewer!
It will be Gyarados flashing out the ult over the wall for Anfield. Gyarados gonna try to drop the advancing Bramble and get under his tier 2. Handmade may be caught though, trying to come here to help. Gyarados gets out, and it's actually gonna be Berg the one getting the pick, not Chug.
I am so amazed that Gyarados gets out of that one. Calkin flashes early, still hit by the Bone Skewer, but no kill possible after that one. Gets a flash.
Yeah, and it's the name of the game right now for Berg is just finding whatever space, whatever time they can to get this game as deep as possible. They are already in the hole, not just gold-wise, but also objective-wise, and this one has the potential to slide out of hand fast if Chug can find a few more kills. They may try to just get one of these grubs, but it may just be more
Mysterious thinking about contesting. What the? Gyarados is in the pit, and Mysterious versus Anfield on the back. Gyarados is going to die to Fast Donuts, get stacked, plus 12. But now Winslow is here. He's going to try and help his jungler get out. 2v4, they're running for the hills. But Bone Skewer lands.
There's just too much movement. There's too much dashes. Winslow will get under tower. They may set up a dive. Are they looking for it? It would be a rather tough one. There's a finished Bramble, and they think otherwise will go their own way. But I think it was Gyarados who twisted advanced onto the Teki hitting the Blast Cone, which meant he ended up in the pit with him, giving the plus 12 over the Fast Donuts, and it's another 2 kills and another set of grubs for the side of Chug, and this is getting out of hand quickly.
It's a 6k gold lead at 15 minutes. Pretty much 2 turrets are pretty much going to be gone here for whatever Burger, and they don't really have a lot of fighting chances here. As I say that, Mysterious is going to try and 1v1 Handmade, but doesn't really want it.
Almost a 3k gold difference between this Corky and the Jinx.
Jiminy Christmas.
The only lane that's up is Calkin on the Veigar.
In mid by 300.
It's a mere 300 gold. Not pretty sights by any means. So, some work to be done, for sure. That's maybe a very generous way of stating that.
They have a very tall mountain to climb, and it only gets harder. It only gets harder. Oh no! 6 grubs, 4 chug jug means that they're going to be able to absolutely delete towers whenever they want. Push pressure is not very, very high, but you know, Nasus being in a side lane and hitting a turret is always going to be a scare. As Ping is coming down on top side, it's going to be a 2v2 with top and support, but Gyarados is too late to help on the play. X comes out and cuts are distributed.
Are you of the opinion, I don't know if this really matters, but I found out that Nasus Q doesn't stack on the Blood Roses, and I thought that should not be the case, personally.
I think it kind of makes sense.
I guess there are a lot of them, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of them. I don't think that he gets stacks for wards. Is that right?
I thought he did.
Barrier coming for Yoki.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Do they? I'm going to go look. I kind of don't want to say the wrong things on the broadcast and ruin the hopes and dreams of all of our bronze watchers.
Players, yeah. No, my understanding was he got them from wards, and if that was the case, it would make sense he would also get them from Blood Roses, but maybe I'm wrong here.
He does get them from any enemy unit. Champions, minions, monsters, wards, turrets, and pets.
Okay, it has
jungle plants and structures that are not turrets are not stacks. So it's because it's a jungle plant.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, actually, which makes sense, right? Like, it'd be really funny if you could just run up to the blast plant or any of those and just get 3 stacks. Another small skirmish. Okay.
Fast Donuts, I may just be able to walk out here for free. He is holding ult, has Ghost coming up in, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 seconds. And it's another under tower ult here from Handmaid. Teki coming out, but the execute on the Veigar ult just going to come through. The ult being forced by Fast Donuts with the Winslow engage. And it is a 1-for-1. More gold onto this Calkin, and she has timed her ult very well onto this Malzahar, and Malzahar, maybe stop just ulting under tower. I know it's frustrating. I know the Veigar's not walking out, but that's what's giving kills to the Calkin more than anything.
You know, he's being a good team player. He's like, as long as I ult them in place, the rest of my team will kill them. Teki, able to execute, distribute the cut, so Handmaid gets his share of 300 gold or whatever the number was because of shutdowns. And so, you know, it's still a good play. But yeah, he could have probably flashed away from Veigar. That way she can't press ult.
True.
That could have been a possibility.
Soul point here.
Oh my god, soul point at 18 minutes is absolutely nasty.
Infernal too. I mean, not like the worst soul, but definitely a good one. Gyarados able to get the engage through the flash. Twisted.
No, what is this Maokai ult?
Oh. Okay, it works. Okay. They do get a cross-map play. Can they get out, though? Is the Fast Donuts? No, just has to walk away with Mysterious showing up.
Mysterious runs it in.
Nasus may be in a position of 3v1, and they're losing
Jinx!
So much bot
What are you doing here?
Gyarados?
Oh, no. Nice flash. From Gyarados to dodge the, what is it called? Soulfire or something?
It's something along those lines. That sounds right. It's definitely, yeah. We can go with Soulfire. That is close enough that it counts.
Spirit Fire.
I'm
that close.
There you go, yeah.
Wow, yeah, 2 inhibitor turrets just fell for whatever burger. The base has been cracked. And Winslow JP follows.
Yeah.
In everybody's footsteps by falling too.
For the pick they found top on Malzahar, they lost both inhibitor turrets and both inhibitors in mid and bot. And all for 1 kill, which I understand the gold is useful, but when your base is gone, they will get a couple here. Yoki flash barrier over the wall to avoid Mysterious and the Jinx rocket simultaneously, and he may be able to get out. He's just faster with the Swift March boots finished. We'll just run back all the way through, and it is at least a kill. They pick up Teggy Weggy with the shutdown that was attached to him, and Mysterious maybe getting caught. Handmaid popping everything. Gyarados just trying to interrupt the silence, but
plus 12.
It's a little bit too late, and plus 12 over the side of Fast Donuts. You gotta make sure you keep track of those on the Nasus. Any cannon, any champion, a higher priority than anything else in this game.
Yeah, you know, in the beginning of this game, during draft, I thought that Winslow would go, you know, a little more damage, maybe a little more squishy. but he's opted to go, you know, you said earlier, the full Thornmail. He's going an Iceborne Gauntlet right now. He already has the plated steel caps, and this bear is doing 0 damage.
Yeah,
for the most part.
this isn't even the build that I would have opted for on Volley. If you are going tank, I understand like wanting to get a Bramble into Nasus, but it just puts behind your other items so far.
Mysterious.
We have an engage here. Mysterious, a really good ult. Teggy Weggy sent back into the team, and they're going to still go for the better ult by the Hecarim. Winslow slamming the ground, but this may be the game.
Angfield's just going to charge in for the triple kill. Beautiful, what is it? Deadly Onslaught. And that looks like it's going to be the game as they find 4 of whatever burger. Pika has to AFK on the fountain, and we're definitely out of this one.
Yeah, I mean, the ideology was very clear here for the side of whatever burger. You protect the Jinx and the Veigar. You basically play protect the president with your bot lane. But with that not being the case, as we'll switch back on over to our screens, you just didn't have the leg room in this game to even get to that point. That was just after 20 minutes. When the game ended, way too much gold gathered, almost all entirely because of Teggy Weggy in the early game, and that was a star-studded performance on that Pyke. 17 kill participation on 25 kills for his team is definitely a big number for a support.
17 out of 25, so he's at 4 times, which is 68%. So that's not even his that's an above average kill participation game for Teggy Weggy, based on the stats on the stats website.
Oh man, yeah. Pika finished with 3,500 damage, man. She just no love for the Jinx. Pika.
Jinx cannot do a lot.
No agency. And whether it's Gyarados peel or Pika positioning, Teggy, the Bone Skewer is just too strong. And rough end result, but it is the verdict all the same. That one officially in the SLOLCS record books here, Rhino.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty standard game for SLOLCS, and I will hope to see. Let's see. Actually, can both these teams make playoffs with their current standings? How does that affect them right now? Let's see. Let's see. So, whatever burger will now be 1-5 at the bottom of the standings. So that pretty much ruins their chance of making it out, I believe.
If they win out. Well, not even if they win out. They would have 4 games left, right?
No, I have the distribution of their possibilities. So let's see. Burger. Okay, they have a small chance of making top 8. I believe it's somewhere in the range of 10%.
Okay.
But which is definitely involves winning out and then a bunch of other things happening.
Yeah, a bunch of other teams losing.
Yeah, if the right teams lose in the right matchups and whatever burger was to win out, I think they have a chance of making playoffs. But as for Chug Jug, Kitty, Burger Time, which I can read off the stats website instead of trying to remember.
They've got to be clinched at this point, right?
They should be pretty close to clinch. Let's see. They are. I put them as Chug. They have a 2% chance of falling out of playoffs. 2 to 5% chance. So yeah, they're pretty much cinched.
Yep, that is in for sure. That would take a monumental collapse, and not just from them, but some other teams winning that would send them down the standings. So that's how things shake out in our first matchup. We're going to cut to a break. We do have one more coming. I believe it's ProdGap versus which, Jamie? Let me double check myself right now.
I believe you are correct about that one.
Yes, ProdGap versus which, Jamie, in our 2 p.m. slot. So we'll cut to break for about 10-15 minutes and see you on the other side. Don't you guys dare go anywhere.
It's hard to feel myself with you miles away. I've been wondering why you cannot stay. Till the sky's blue when they're always gray. Trying to soothe myself, but I can't find a way. Diva, I need you. Where did you go? I feel you. Diva, I need you. Where did you go? Where did you go? myself with you miles away. I've been wondering why you cannot stay. Till my sky's blue when they're always gray. Trying to see myself, but I can't find a way. It's hard to feel myself with you miles away. I've been wondering why you cannot stay. Till my sky's blue when they're always gray. Trying to see myself, but I can't find a way. Dina, where did you go? I feel ya. Dina, where did you go? Did you go over?
You have habits just like me. Talk too much with strangers. Get way too serious around family. And I don't have any wishes, but when I kiss you, our lips fit well. And I don't have expectations, but when I daydream, I fall asleep. And our hands melt. It started out as teasing, but I had deeper meaning when I touched your chest. Now I don't know how to act, but if I did, and I don't have any wishes, but when I kiss you, our lips fit well. And I don't have expectations, but when I daydream, I fall asleep. And our hands melt. But if I did, and I don't have wishes, our lips.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's slow LCS action presented by Woodstocks SLO, and I realized we weren't on our camera screen, but we are now. We're back in the booth, Rhino, and our second matchup has not been updated above me. I will get that situated. It is going to be Prodgap versus Witch Jamie. And I will make sure that that's all sorted and throw it over to you to intro this matchup. Rhino.
It is the matchup of the century. Many drama and conflicts have brought us to this point with the fated matchup of Ghoul Freak versus Jubilatory. One, the coach of Division 2 Esports at Cal Poly League of Legends. The other, the actual player on Division 2 Cal Poly League of Legends Esports. Which shall emerge victorious in their lane? We hope to tune in and find out. My bets have been placed. Please also join the prediction in Twitch chat.
Yep, that's been running for a while now.
Earn your money.
We'll flip over to the draft, as this one is much faster paced than last time. These teams coming in with a plan. It's a quick Kate Jinx ban on the side of Prodgap, and the Pantheon to remove the one trick from the jungler and the Smolder. And it's obvious, I think, with the ban strategy that both these teams very content to play for their bot side. You did set up the matchup accordingly, The D2 coach versus the D2 player. Can the student become the master? Does there need to be a firing of the staff behind the team? Who knows right now?
Whoa, don't clip that. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. We don't need that.
Yeah, that's not an official quote. You don't have my permission to grab that. We, first 3 are done, and there will be a casting coming through from Jamie, which I didn't know was played for ProdGap, and the Rek'Sai picked for the opener here. First pick Rek'Sai.
Yeah, Yoki has played, I think, 3 games of Kassadin in his last 3 games of playing mid for this team. So,
Really?
yeah, he's just kind of defaulting to playing it, it feels like. Giving him scaling, just hit 16 and win the game, usually for his team.
That's fair.
And allows him just to kind of chill out and have a good game, which is, I think, all he's really looking for while playing mid. Today, he does not get to have such a rest day, sit on his laurels. He must play something real, as you said, Kassadin banned. His Smolder that he kind of likes is gone. And wait, did this just switch on me? What the heck? I thought I saw a Zir first pick for Jamie, not Nunu. Maybe I'm blind.
They hovered it the entire time, and the Nunu was picked at the very tail end to flip on over. So the Nunu locked in, which does mean I think we'll have an incredibly high-tempo game. The Nunu won't really be power farming, just nothing but snowballs around the area, which has to mean that these laners have to be cognizant of the champs that they pick, because it is a very difficult gank to stop unless you have very deep vision in the enemy's jungle. That Nunu's just going to come at you at Mach 6 and bash the avalanche right into your dome. So Tristana, Yone, Syndra, the solo laner secured for ProdGap, and leaning
what
towards
is
the
going on
Tristana
here?
ADC. This is very interesting. It's got to be Yone top, surely.
Who do they have? Sharome? Yeah, okay, that makes sense for Sharome. And then they have Stinging Chicken Jungle, so the Rek'Sai's there. Yoki's going to take his Syndra because it's the next easiest thing for him to play, and also a pretty good matchup into Azir. No ADCs picked in the first 3. Both ADCs are just staring at each other going like, I don't want to show you quite yet. As actually, I think they've spent the last 2 days talking about what they're going to play against each other, to be honest.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's that type of friendly banter, right? It's got to be mind games too. Just trying to get into the head of your opposition to see what's coming out. The Misfortune ban makes sense. The Xayah ban also makes sense. Target bans against Goal Freak and the Blitz. They just don't want a form of engage, and that does make sense. Make Nunu be the primary form, and if you can sit back and not worry about conceding a lead in lane, it is understandable. You don't have to worry about the hook propelling from Blitzcrank's shoulder.
Yeah, let me see. Looking into their chat history, it looks like they were talking a lot about Ezreal. Jubilatory spamming games of Ezreal and then going like, look at how well I'm playing Ezreal. Ha ha ha. So that's why we keep on seeing this Ezreal hover. I think this is the 3rd or 4th time.
Yep.
Which Jamie have hovered the Ezreal. Will they actually lock it in? Will he actually get to flex this champion on Ghoul Freak? 3, 2, 1. No, he runs! He's scared. He's nervous.
Yeah, very much less skill shots than the Ezreal. That's surely the issue here. Jubilatory, not confident. You heard it here first. No, just kidding.
And then he goes into the chat and goes, I wanted Ezreal, by the way, let the record show. And he's just lying through his teeth.
That's cap, surely.
Yeah, I guess which Jamie are kind of thinking exactly what you said earlier, is that Nunu is like their only engage right now. The only way of them going forward is either like amazing Azir shuffle, which will probably kill Azir.
Yep.
Cassante can only kidnap one person, so it's not really an engage. Maybe he gets like a 5-man flip, but Jesus Christ, if that happens.
What are we seeing right now? There's no way this is actually like some weird Ornn ADC shenanigans, right? They watch one LCK stream and they're like locked in here. Is this what's
is Ghoul Freak taking Syndra bot?
Oh, that might be it. It
Oh
might be
my
a
God,
Syndra
how
bot from Gold
cringe.
Freak. That is so obnoxious. I don't think that's
How
something that which Jamie
cringe.
were expecting. So it is actually a Yone mid and Sharome. Sticking on the
Playing
Mundo, which
Dr.
makes even
Mundo.
more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good flex. We didn't really see that. I thought Yone could, I thought Sharome could play Yone, but maybe I'm going crazy. But now that bot lane matchup just looks freaking horrendous. As what the hell is going on?
I'm not a fan of the Tark here personally. I like it as a champion, but what it does in lane, Leo's E puts herself behind the target of whoever she hooks, which means that whoever initially gets hooked, the Tark has to account for that on the stun, or they have to wait for the Q follow-up from Leo to expire before Tark can finally press E and proc the stun. Plus, you're really there's no way to get on top of him. Syndra is just going to be able to outrange you with her abilities. So I am concerned for this bot lane. I think it's a really good draft from ProdGap with that flex pick in mind, and the Mundo top really rounding everything out to be the pure tank for this roster, which, Jamie, it's a much more difficult comp to execute in my mind.
What is going on
I don't
in this
know
chat?
what's happening in this chat, man.
Everybody, teammates are flaming teammates. Oh no. Okay, they're ready to draft. They're ready to pick. But yeah, let's get final thoughts while they go through the picks on these and start our loading screen. You know, blue side, kind of nasty flex because like neither of us expected Syndra to go bot lane here.
Yeah.
But in the end of things, it also means that they have lower damage, I'll say. Right? Since there's no ADC, you don't have another source. You don't have a source of DPS, consistent DPS in bot lane.
Yep.
So you're really relying on Yone and Rek'Sai to kind of be like bruisery and be able to whittle down Cassante and healing from Taric.
Yep.
But on the right-hand side, as you pointed out, the engage, the engage, the counter engage, there's kind of like some weird, okay, never mind. We don't need to talk about that. There's some weird oddities about red team. If Leona engages, it's kind of harder for Tarek to stun, but at least they have the Varus ulti as like a wide CC. So there's some intricacies on both teams, but if I was at 40 minutes, I probably would not want to be playing the left-hand side.
100%. The second this Mundo hits level 16, he becomes unkillable. With that being said, they do have a Varus. Solid percentage health damage. That champ can attack at what feels like the speed of light. The dude, there's like no animation late game for Varus. He just starts flinging whatever your way, so Mundo will have to account for that. In the Yone, we might just see a very boring matchup between them once lane phase is over, because I'd imagine you want to put the Yone into the Cassante and I mean, maybe not matchup wise, but I don't think Cassante ever dies unless it's Yone hitting him personally, because like Yone's gonna have Bork first item, so in team fights he will have to address him, but maybe not on side lane. That's a good point. What would Mundo do into his ear?
Yeah, that one might be even worse. So yeah, maybe blue team's goal here is they were kind of like, we have pretty I'll say reliable solo laners, you know, in Yoki, yeesh, what did I just say? Yoki and Sharome. So maybe they've kind of picked something that allows the side laners to be kind of strong. Like I don't think of Mundo as being like a really strong split pusher, but as we saw the pentakill last week from Teach Me the Ways, Dr. Mundo can be pretty strong once his heartsteel is very stacked. So maybe the blue team draft is more of a split push 1-3-1 style. Let the solo laners fly, blossom as the butterflies they are, and grow. And then everybody else is kind of just to handle whatever is going on from red team. It's an idea.
I think it might be one that they should run with, because theoretically the later this game goes, the stronger those two should be on side. Yes, Azir will scale very well, but Yon's kit is just so good into what Azir is trying to accomplish that should make things pretty difficult on side. The draft will be finished. We're officially, we'll be waiting for the spectator delay in about 40 seconds, and so we'll go ahead and get talking to what surely will be the focal point of this matchup of the bot lane. Not just the beef coming into it, not just the D2 implications it may have for that roster, but the Syndra switch up. A lot of eyes on Goldfreak here to pilot. I know there are some games in the OP.GG for her, but having it be executed against a Varus Tark bot lane is another story entirely.
Now starts our loading screen waiting simulator. I'm very excited to watch this one. I wish we didn't have to wait 3 minutes for this darn spectator delay, but it is what it is.
Yep, that is the case, and we will spare our breath after talking about the draft 2.5 minutes, so just like the first game, go ahead and grab yourselves a snack, because this one, you should be in for the long haul. It'll be a banger. We'll be right back with you after this one quick break.
None of this seems right. What am I holding on to? If it could be a black and white, we wait till sunrise. 'Cause I'm not gonna stay for a second last chance. But none of this seems right. What am I holding on to? None of this seems right. What am I holding on to? If it could be a black and white, but wait till sunrise. 'Cause I'm not gonna stay for a second last chance. None of this seems right. What am I holding on
We are back with you. We'll come say hi as you'll get a flash of what's going on behind the screens. Apologies for that, but I had to do a quick little display capture to fix things last time around, and that will maintain on the screen here.
Oh, level 1 action.
True, although it'll be spotted out. 4 people walking in. They're going to try to move people over. You see Jubilatory and Comedic Toe slowly walking their way up.
Just in case something funky is going on, we have wards. They could pinch Gojo right here, but I think he should just be able to walk out. No way they can close this gap fast enough as he's gonna walk on back. The stare down has begun.
Yeah, I think the only way that gap gets closed is if Paris connects on a flash E, but usually Leos don't start E, and I don't think they have the damage to kill, even if that did connect. It's only a half second of stun, and I think would have been on their way. So we will get to normal assignments here as Syndra and Leo headed down. They're wary of the tri-bush, so they'll go the long way and officially kick off our lane phase action, as there's some banter happening in chat, and I expect we're going to see that the entire way through. Not just because Comedic Toast is in the game, but because of the relationship between Jubilatory and Goldfreak.
Do my eyes deceive me, or does Goldfreak have barrier on Syndra?
She does, in fact, have barrier on Syndra. Uh-oh.
So we're just going to ruin our level 1 and not have TP to recover from it.
It might be the case. Can they get this kill? I know Jubilatory wants it, but Paris a good enough peel. There might have been a flash angle there, but good poke regardless. I think they just live to fight another day, and if Goldfreak gets ever so slightly out of position, she just is dead. The potion's going to come out. She is running biscuits for what it's worth, so health stim if they can make it to 4 minutes, but already off to a rough start for sure.
It's 2 minutes in bot lane. Goldfreaky has no pots, already used her biscuit, and she's only 50% HP. Okay. You know, well, whatever. Well played by Comedic Toast, knowing that they can punish on level 1 because, you know, ADCs always have auto attacks, but mages don't always have spells. So, able to find a good angle, get the point blank stun, chunk her out, and now they just have to make sure that their wave's in a good spot to get their gank as invades are happening. Stinging Chicken with his natural aggression, finding the Nunu. Chunks her for a lot, but the team, the cavalry, is on the way.
Paris is running in. They're completely ignoring Jubilatory, though, and they're going to take a lot of poke for really no real reason.
Now it's just a 1v1.
Yeah.
But Budget Crest doesn't win these. Might even die. First blood flash found. And now the kill's going to go over to Jubilatory. Easy one, but he missed out on a pretty huge wave bot lane.
And it gives a reset. It enables Goldfreak with such the bad start that she had with that poke. She's able to get to base and come back even.
Basante moment? Oh my.
Oh?
Oh, the flip in!
Oh, he wasn't in tower range.
Oh, I thought that tower shot was going to hit.
Same.
Top lane is keeping me on the seat of edge of my seat. Could go either way, really.
I'm down for seat of your edge. We could try that one.
Seat of my edge. Oh no. Yoki missing Q3, goes in with the Spirit Advance, and Gojo's going to trade back with some soldiers. Nice damage going over for Gojo. This is Gojo's most played, pretty much. Like this is the champion that he's like known for, but doesn't get to play a lot.
Well, he's got it here, so getting the time to stun it, because, I mean, I don't know, maybe you intentionally sandbag yourself, because a good performance means you never see it again in slow CS. It's a little bit of a
He's
give
got to
and
be
take
thinking
there.
about playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, which Jamie is, what are they right now? They're 3-4. So they're middle of the pack right now. I think this is pretty much like a deciding game to kind of see how hard they need to be trying for the next. How many matches are remaining? 3 for them? 2 or 3 for them?
3. Oh, well, including this 4, but 3, yes, officially.
Okay.
Because there's 2 next weekend and then 1 more on Saturday before playoffs start Sunday.
Yeah, they're 3-4. This would be their 8th, and then there's only 2 more matches.
Oh, I guess they haven't had their bye week yet. Oh?
Yeah.
Good poke damage here onto Paris. Comedic Toast looking to get the reset on the stun. Enough auto attacks. They're going back in.
Paris.
Knowing that the red side is close enough. They're going to keep this fight. Paris goes down. Flash comes out. Flash heal. And just like that, Comedic Toast is out before anything comes back to harm them. It's a 1-for-0 and some wasted time on the side of the Rek'Sai as well.
Yeah, you know, I think Paris had the right idea. He wants to keep the fight kind of going, keep the red team interested. That way his jungler can gank with no flash. But, you know, he severely underestimated how much damage Varus is going to be doing with a pickaxe at 5 minutes.
Yep, and Paris only repping level 3, doesn't have the second point in that W, which would have give the Leona that much more tankiness, one of the most busted abilities in the game. But only level 3, so couldn't survive for all that long. It will be Prodgap setting up this dragon, though. They saw Budgie Krez top side, and they'll just trade Grubs for dragon, both of these sides, and it's been relatively even so far, but the lead's starting to grow on Jubilatory's Varys.
Yeah, and it's actually kind of funny that Prodgap is letting the Grubs go. I mean, I think Budgie Krez kind of just has the timing to be topside at Grub spawn, but it's interesting that Singing Chicken didn't go for the top Grubs here, because as we were talking about after looking at draft, I thought that they'd want to play more 1-3-1, and having Grubs for side lane pressure makes their comp a lot stronger, it feels like.
Yeah, I do think the clear from Stinging Chicken is what really made things get to such a weird position in the first place. With the early invade and him pathing down for that gank just wasn't in the area for Grub spawn. So happy to take the dragon, but it does take away from a lot of their side lane pressure. And we have a pause for no reason. ADC
getting hacked. Sure.
DDoSing coming out, apparently.
Sure.
TO, somebody look at,
check his PC! He already has 2 kills!
Check his PC.
Check his PC! Somebody needs to go crash his room in the freaking dorms or wherever he is. Find out who's actually playing on that PC right now.
Yoki just gonna use the tether, get a solid trade out. Gojo stepping back forward, though, trying to trade some damage, but the final swing from Yoki means they'll come out relatively even. Gojo does have the refillables, though, and Yoki actually hasn't gotten it back off yet, I'm just realizing.
It's actually interesting that trade felt fairly even though Azir is up those 2 minor components. As Stinging Chicken is going to come flying up to the top side, finds Peneth, gets a flash out of him, but here comes the Rek'Sai ult to finish it all off. Sharom tanks a tower shot for his teammate, that way he doesn't die. Very well executed team play.
And now we're at a point where the Feats of Warfare is the next death for anybody across the Rift, and we'll see which way these junglers are pathing. They could be a pivotal role unless somebody steps out of place. Comedic Toast just hovering the Jubilator, and he's going to go and engage. Paris, it's an engage, but I don't think Gold Freak has anything to help here. There's no CDs.
Oh, wow. Jubilatory just did not have another ability available there. Wasn't able to proc enough blight stacks. And Paris is going to be able to walk out after getting the ultimate from Jubilatory. Budgikas? Gets the root. Finds Yoki, forces the flash out. Gojo's going to go in with the scoop. Stun comes through from Tark. Everybody's showing up mid. Yoki has to use his ult flash in from Gojo to stop him from getting away, but now everybody's flashing over at the guy who has a tether that he'll go back to. Guys, it's not that important to flash right there, but hey, great kill. That's going to be Feats of Warfare for Witch Jamie.
Yeah. It's a kill that gets 3 flashes and 2 ults, so whether or not Prodgap can capitalize on those missing sums remains to be seen. Seeing Chicken a little bit out of position right now, grabbing a camp on his way out, flashing over as the Rek'Sai, getting help from Paris and Gold Freak, who has now re-arrived here in the bot lane.
But now Gojo's going to mess with him, but okay, tunnels away. Okay.
Jeez. Okay, so my question after what the blur of play was, what we just witnessed, in the next 4 minutes, can Prodgap capitalize on missing a Azir flash, Nunu flash, and Varys flash? Should all be squishy, killable targets if they can connect and find the roam. Sharon forced to ult here in the top lane from the true damage that is attached to, I believe it's Kasante's W. And mid lane gank, it's the Nunu drifting, just gonna end up dropping it, walk out with the E active, and getting some help from Sing Chicken to cover, but everybody should walk out free. No, maybe not. Budgie Grass gonna go down, and there's no flash. That's what I was looking for. The capitalization. Nunu got Yoki earlier, but punished by the same hand. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, great counter there by Sing and Chicken. I think they just I don't even really know. Maybe they saw him on saw Nunu on a ward and they was able to react. But either way, the 2v2 is great punishing the Nunu. Great call out by Yoki. You saw that he built the third Q and then was like kill Nunu and focused him. Knock up, double knock up, and then the execute. Very clean, good punish.
And they'll use that advantage, the tempo they've gained with the Nunu death to secure a free grub. So while they missed the first one, nobody will get the Voidlings to spawn officially. It'll be 3 on either side, and as a result, Comedic Toast is over here trying to set up deep vision around Dragon so that they have some sort of knowledge of what's to come. It's obvious that the Prio's here, and now that I'm speaking of this, let me get the objective timers here and on the screen. There we go. Dragon spawning in 15.
Nice cheeky little play there by Ghoulfreak, but then also has the reactions to flash the Varus ulti. If it was the Ghoulfreak of last year, she definitely would have gotten hit by that one.
Oh no.
As there were many clips of that happening. Mini fight happening in the bot lane. I don't think Prod Gap will... Oh, they have Stinging Chicken right behind. They could have went for more. Maybe they're waiting on Leona 6 here. There's no Varus flash. Here comes Stinging Chicken to force.
Wow.
Radiant Light. The Unleash Power. Kills go through. Remove Comedic Toast. Now the Dragon spawns. Broadcap can go for this now with being in the 4v3 in the bot side, and that's going to be the feats of strategy, I think it is.
You might be right about it. I don't know the name for sure. The only one I know is the Feats of Warfare. So, we will see.
I don't even know the English names anymore because I don't play in English.
We will see on the chat pop-up that comes out here. The Feat of Monster Slaying. A much more boring name. Feat of Warfare. How are we going to go from Feat of Warfare to maybe the turret strategy? No, that doesn't make sense.
Is the turret strategy? Yeah, I'm going to go look it up. But anyway, feats collected by Prod Gap. They're going to have the upgraded triumphant shoes whenever they get to their item breakpoints to unlock them. They should, right?
No,
or did
the Feat of Warfare was grabbed by
Jamie,
so it's going to come down to the first tower.
Oh my god, wait, I completely forgot about that. There's just been so many good actions coming out from Prod Gap as Nunu now appears top lane to punish Sharom.
Yeah, Sting Chicken.
Wait, okay, I need to find out. This
yeah,
name.
we can get
Feats.
the name. Sting Chicken was in the
Feats of
area
strength.
cover, but couldn't make their way on. Ult coming out here
that's
from
Versal!
Jubilee. It's gonna connected with the Tara stun, but the Leo is peeling
Paris!
hard enough. Paris almost 1v1ing Jubilatory, getting them down to half health. Has to walk out now, but they've done well to keep Gold Freak alive. Will walk out with their life, and that's fantastic peel by Paris, making sure Jubilatory can't stay in auto range. And when the stun finally ends, the thought of flashing comes forward. Azir shuffle into the turret. Yoki gonna get out. He did Azir shuffle a tether. And yeah, we'll take a breath right now. I don't really know what's happening right now.
Yeah, Jubilatory pulls the trigger bot, sees a good...
Yoki.
What the Yoki?
Greeted for the wave. You can't do that.
Maybe it is good that they banned Caston, and I thought he would be fine on any other champion, but he is looking darn near homeless with the amount of jungle pressure that he's receiving. Alright, wait, hold up. I can read this status. What are they called? Warfare is 3 champion kills,
Yep.
first turret, and monster slaying.
It's literally just called first turret.
Boring.
What
so
are we
boring.
doing? Why do we have a Feat of Warfare and then the follow-up to are like, yeah, first turret, why not? Nunu coming down, the Syndra stun and ult connecting on Jubilatory, but Gold Freak a little bit too far up, gets caught by him, but the counter gank, Singing Chicken and the TP from Yoki. A match by Gojo, and it's a blur here, but people are tumbling. On the side of which Jamie Budgie trying to connect on a stun, but them turning back in might have cost them their life. Gojo free firing on the back line, connecting with one, gets Paris as well for the double, and now it's a 1v2 onto Singing Chicken. He's gonna take the tunnels out, attempt to escape with the knockup that comes through 2. The stun won't get there, but Gojo can execute before the flash manifests itself for Singing Chicken. Azir, the hero in that fight. It looked good initially for Prod Gap, but they just lost sight of the Azir, and Gojo got a massive amount of damage off.
And that's what we were talking about in the draft phase, is that the blue team does not have a lot of good consistent damage. So We saw the first target get blown up eventually. Who was that? Was that Comedic Toast on the Tarek who died first?
Yes.
Wait, top fight. Maybe a cleaver for the
Cleaver?
kill.
Nope.
Oh no, does not land it. Well played by Penneth. So yeah, Comedic Toast gets blown up, and then the fight and then that's pretty much all their damage. ProdGap has to wait out their CDs because they don't have the consistent damage. But then when Gojo finally teleports in, he's just able to free hit because soldiers are always able to auto attack during their lifetime. So just a difference in how damage is applied between the teams there, and ProdGap not playing to their strengths.
Yeah, I think once they got the pick on Comedic Toast, Jubilatory walking into Sting Chicken, I feel like at that point you're happy. You know, sit on your laurels, you relax for a little bit, wait for your CDs. As Paris going to look on Comedic Toast, he's actually all alone. Varus will walk up River and look to go engage, but they don't know Yoki and Goldfreak are right here. Instantly going to turn back the other way, get caught by the Leo R, the Solar Flare, and followed up on. So just wrong place, wrong time. And lots of fighting happening over the Rift Herald here. It's the objective 30 seconds before Dragon. It does look like ProdGap want to fight it. They're sending over Paris and Yoki.
Fight. Win for Budgie Crabs, but a big old scoop for the Azir. He has flashing over the wall, but before he can, he gets blown up by Singing Chicken. Singing Chicken with 3 triple kill. Aren't able to take the Herald, but you know, getting 3 kills as Dragon spawns is going to feel great. Ping is going down for ProdGap, and they're going to rotate over. And that's really just an overforce by which Jamie losing Comedic Toast in the jungle as he's trying to rotate up to help on the Herald himself means that it's going to be 4v3 over there, and they just stick it too long. They're too slow on the Herald, and they lose a lot more than they bargained for.
Yep, and it ends up with Stinging Chicken coming away with a lot there. They're gonna sacrifice
Feats
the
of
Dragon
first
as well.
tower.
First tower achieved by Sharom, so Feats officially going over to the side of ProdGap, and because of the tempo they got from the Herald fight, they will be able to do the Dragon for free. So a soul point that's even earlier than our first game, Rhino. It was like 18 minutes and 30-something odd seconds. This one happened at the late 17-minute mark. And the gold lead not as substantial, but a dominating objective control here coming out from ProdGap. And this Rek'Sai looks terrifying.
We should have had the prediction be, will the game end earlier or later than the last one?
Yeah.
Just do an over-under, make our lives easier. But, I mean, ProdGap, even though they do have that soul point, they have 3 grubs. I don't think they're necessarily in a position to win right here as 3 people pulling up on Gojo. He gets hit by the Solar Flare, scoops 2. Budgie Kraz is here for the assist.
Oh, no.
And they stun up. Oh, who's going to get that? Shutdown goes to Azir. That's a lot of money. Big numbers as Jubilatory and Ghoulfreak dueling it out. And Ghoulfreak's going to walk away happy for that one. Somehow got barrier from Jubilatory and most of his HP bar.
The Rift Herald drop mid. They're going to look to trade back this tower. Should just get it with the charge, and they'll get a second one off. There's not much Paris and Yoki can do here to stop it. Actually, no, the Rift Herald will come through. They'll get the half charge. The Azir tower goes up mid, and it's been a flurry, but after all of this, Jubilatory, good flash on top of the Ghoulfreak, trying to proc the passive right now.
Get something up for your Tarek.
Comedic Toast, popping heal. But the flash out from Ghoulfreak, the barrier coming through as well, as you mentioned, both sums. And after all of this, it's 10-9, the gold lead. Only 300 in favor of ProdGap, but the objectives are what's important here more than anything. Specifically, those dragons, they have multiple chances at Soul over the course of this game.
It's actually 10 seconds to spawn on Otacon, something we didn't even think about last game. Is going to be pretty important. Actually, it's not going to be that important. It's been a pretty bloody game. We're going to see Voracious Otacon spawn?
Correct, yes.
I think?
Yep.
Yeah, remembering the names is literally impossible. I know this one is... It's black, right? No, it's red.
Voracious, I think, is red. Ruinous is the black one. It's been a lot of blood, but we actually get the Otacon that symbolizes not enough blood. I believe this is the one that gives GAs to everybody.
Yes, it is.
Which is, I mean, it's a massive buff, but honestly, if you're on the side of Prod Gap, maybe you want the one that gives the buff to Epic Monsters with just how far ahead you are in the Dragon Race. Regardless, though, that GA. May
Oh
be
no,
enough to
this
swing.
this one gives the GA. I thought that's what you're saying.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
English comprehension.
No, I feel like, I mean, just because you've gotten the dragons, maybe you do
What?
want the other one, but they'll force a fight here onto Budgie Kraz.
Budgie
Getting the
Kraz.
flash out, but it's Stinging Chicken that comes with them. Paris is caught in the middle of Gojo and Comedic Toast. Good kill there from Stinging Chicken under tower. The junglers will trade 1-for-1, but Yolki lost his life as well, so it's numbers over on the side of which Jamie, this Mundo, though, unaccounted for. Comedic Toast just here to burn it, and Shrom just going to use the passive to walk out for free. There's nothing Comedic Toast can do here.
Yeah, while that 4v4 is going on the top side, both the top laners mismatch each other, and Jerome is able to take a mid turret and a big chunk of the tier 2 of mid, as Gojo, with kind of the clean moves, isn't able to dodge the Zenith Blade, but gets a scoop to save himself.
Jerome finally making his way back up to top, trying to save the tower, but the rotation come through a bit too late. Gonna actually run after Penis, but with the cleaver not connecting, we'll go ahead and they'll each go their own ways. Top laners doing top laner things. They'll both get their resets off and look to go split push somewhere else. And it's actually Jerome seeing the wave right in front of them. And what league player can resist a juicy minion wave like 3 inches from their face? And pretty much nobody. So lots of emphasis on this dragon that's spawning here in half a minute. You see a early vision set up here by Prod Gap, and Comedic Toast is trying to find a way in, but they've already secured the river. It's going to be a tough fight for Witch Jamie to find access, because this is the dragon that would give Prod Gap Ocean Soul.
Yeah, and I think the Azir ulti should be up just in... Oh no, it's going to be after the dragon spawn, so if Prod Gap were to immediately pull the trigger on the dragon, they won't have the Azir ulti, and it's going to be harder for the carries of Witch Jamie to play, as Comedic Toast is in a really dangerous spot. Look at this man. Surrounded on all sides, dodges the scatter of the weak. Now Comedic Toast gets to play the game. How did that stun miss? Something's missed there in the replay.
They are just going to force their way through. It's Budgie Kraz opening, just trying to find entry.
Yolki!
Backs up as Yolki finds an engage. Gojo forcing him off from the Nuno, gonna go off, and it's a flurry here. But Gojo and Jubilatory are unaccounted for, and the entire team of Prod Gap disappears. Yolki and Goldfreak are lucky to get out before they were chased. It's not just going to be the dragon to stop Soul. It's going to be Otacon and a GA handed over to Witch Jamie.
Wow, I thought that was going to be a beautiful fight there for Prod Gap. They got Yolki into the backline on the carries, but great timing for the Azir shuffle to come off of cooldown. Literally, like, on that second, it came back up.
Yeah.
And he peels himself, peels Jubilatory, and wins the fight for his whole team. MVP Gojo for that fight for sure.
It's kind of a rough situation, right? Theoretically, you should have the better engage on the side of Prod Gap. Your Leo can open, drop the Solar Flare, and Yon can just ult on top of them, follow up by Stinging Chicken and Goldfreak with their respective damage. But the counter engage just too strong, especially in the middle of that Taracle. As you said, the Azir shuffle coming through, and at the end of it, it was just Jubilatory and Gojo, both full health, free firing.
I think Tark didn't have ult for that fight because it's up now.
Maybe
So
you're right. I could be wrong about that.
something went wrong during that fight. They didn't even have Tark ult and they won.
That is crazy.
So-
If that is the case, that is insane. That it looked like they all were full health at the end of it too. Like nobody really took any damage.
Yeah, so I think we're really starting to see, like, looking at kill distribution between the characters in this game, we see a lot of money is on Stinging Chicken on the rec side, but then on the opposite side, for which Jamie kills and gold are focused onto Gojo and Jubilatory, who are the main DPS. So we're really starting to see the diversification of like what the damage patterns look like between the teams coming out. So if ProdGap continues to choose these like all in, everybody just go fights, and they don't immediately destroy Azir and Varus, then they're just going to lose fights. So they have to change how their attack pattern here.
Whole team
That's
rotation
Gojo.
coming out here. Gojo's the only one, but I'm looking top side. No, they will get out. Gojo gonna just sit here for free. I thought they would have found
Snowball.
chicken for the Baron, but nothing connects. I thought we were gonna get action on both sides here, Rhino, and both teams just kind of walk back to their own halves. Oh,
3 people versus Gojo, but he has a withdraw. 2 ultis used, 3 ultis used, and he just withdraws. Here's your 200
Baron?
gold for your 3 ultis. But Witch Jamie is not calling for the Baron. They're looking for the fight. They're 3 bot. They're 4v somebody. Burning a lot of CC onto this Mundo. Can he die? Has no flash, so he won't be going anywhere, and that's going to be 1 dead tank. Flashes onto the Syndra, who had no flash, and mobile mage moment. But there's no damage hitting here. There's no Gojo. He's TPing in now, and Jubilatory flashes out. The Taric ulti lands onto him. Yoki flashes forward, goes on to Jubilatory, can't execute. Nobody dies for Witch Jamie.
and this is starting to get out of hand with everybody living for Witch Jamie. You really just look at that dragon fight as the pivotal moment where they got all that gold and they got Otacon. The gold lead now firmly in their favor. They have all the tempo, and they're looking to do Baron with resets having to come out, and both soul laners dead, but I think they're calling it off now as collective resets happening. They don't want to get a bit too greedy. Nunu just headed to Raptors, and everybody else will reset on the map. I think they could have done it, though, personally. You have the Azir and the Varus walking out of base. That it gets melted instantly.
That thing should have been. That thing should have went away. That thing should have just disappeared. They have Nunu with true damage and X double smite pretty much with Q, and then as you're saying, high DPS. There are 2 high DPS carries. They should have just been able to burn this, have Baron, play the next dragon fight. But whatever, resets happened. And it's actually funny that they took Otacon on the last dragon and they were only able to use 1 withdraw.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a funny fact. It's not poking at anything, but. Is like, you know, we're going to do stuff, and then only Gojo is like the one who's walking face first into 3, going like, I'm not scared of you. I'm level 16. Haha.
Oh, still no flash. Syndra
doesn't scatter the weak and great dodge, but Jubilatory thought there was more, but his team is calling him off as now it's Gojo versus Shrome. I don't think Gojo wants this matchup personally, but Shrome backs off very quickly.
Yeah, they saw Paris and Stinging Chicken rotate over from the red side jungle, and I think they could have killed Gold Freak and just turned it into a 3v2, but this team obviously wanting to play safer rather than sorry. They were in the hole for a little bit of this game. They've managed to find a lead. They don't want to give it back, and I think that's why we've seen them not go. The 2K here is crazy from Shrome to help out in the fight. It's giving a free drag, but I guess it's one that they're trading. They don't know it's warded though.
ProdGap thinks that they can just give away the dragon and go to the Baron, but just like their damage profile in fights, they do not have the ability to burn this. So Nunu should be able to finish the dragon here, and then Jubilatory? A little too far forward. Taric ulti's not able to save him because he's just too far forward. Big int. And now Gojo's out of position. No Otacon. Revive, withdraw to save him here, so he's going to flash away, shuffles away, brings up the best passive in the game, and here comes ProdGap just running all over with Jamie, and people are falling left and right. Movement everywhere, dashes everywhere. Cassante moment.
3-man
CC.
What is happening? How is nobody dead? Neither one of these teams have damage. Jubilatory, I guess Gojo did fall at the end of that, and that's why nobody on the side of ProdGap died. They only had a tank Nunu, a Cassante, and a Taric left for damage, and despite Taric passive, not able to get the damage out, and now this feels like a little bit of a game flip, although they might be able to get it out in time. They do finally...
They should be able to get here in time. They have Nunu.
Oh, Nunu, true. The double smite. Nunu does have a way.
They don't know that Nunu's already here. You have to get off. You have to fight Nunu. But here comes Varus. 5 versus 4 right now. Jubilatory's able to free hit. Kills Stinging Chicken, so now the Baron can't be done. Gets Ghoul Freak's flash. Well played by Comedic Toast. Yoki goes in desperately for nothing. Dies, giving away his life. And Ghoul Freak here.
Oh.
Hit by the stun, but Scour of the Week hits 3. Jubilatory walking forward confidently. As now they should just turn on the Baron because their damage is better.
I think that Baron call was so greedy. If you are Witch Jamie, you have the damage, but Prodgap doesn't. I think a
Does
reset
not.
there, waiting for your cooldowns and then
God.
taking a better fight, trying to stagger them once that happens. With this Baron secured, this game gets that much more harder. It felt like they were finally making their way back into it, but the gold lead expanding back up to the 5,000 we saw earlier, and their base has already been pretty broken. So you're going to have to withstand this 3 minutes of Baron pressure and look to address things from then on out. But keep in mind that when this Baron ends, Dragon spawns. That timing, I don't think, could be worse on the side of Prodgap.
Yeah, and as with Jamie continues to stack the Ocean Drakes, it's just going to make their three tanks, and I'm going to call Tark a tank because he's like heal drain.
Yeah.
But harder to kill because there's just that much more healing. So interesting position here. Which Jamie knows that they can't really 1-3-1. They're not that type of team. They want to be grouped up with both their carries, so they have the 1-4 going on, but they're bleeding bot wave. As they're trying to find the way to pressure in, which is, I don't really think is possible for them because Prodgap just has the better comp for this 1-3-1 match, so they should have been trying to rotate somewhere and find the overload of people here.
Yep. Agreed. The siege will maybe finally finding it.
Oh wait, but now the siege breaks because Prodgap thinks they need to run topside to bail out Sharome. So now they drop their mid inhibitor turret.
Yeah, I don't understand this decision making at all. I don't think Sharome ever dies here, but they wanted to prioritize killing the Cassante. You see Sting Chicken here rotating over, and the rest of the team is happening. There's a fight here, but there's more coming as I got Manly move this over because the director cam didn't want to do it. There was fighting around the Wolf's Pit, but both teams will walk out, and I'm shocked they didn't just decide to stay mid there. You have a free inhib to grab.
Yeah, but now the Varus ulti and the Shuffle are down for Witch Jamie, so their fighting capabilities a little less safe now that they don't have their peel tools built in. So I think they just have to pull off this one and say that their job is done on this Baron and get out with their resets.
Yeah, all that, I mean, it's a really good play by them to get the Baron, but you walk away with a singular inhib tower. I don't think that's the result that you wanted, but both teams understanding that resets need to happen because this soul fight is what's more important. Which Jamie have been stacking the Ocean Souls since Prodgap got on Soul Point, as Budgie Kraz unintentionally driving that snowball into his own wall, so we'll have to walk there rather than driving his way there. But the reset, the tempo slightly faster here from Prodgap, which means Comedic Toast can drop this ward, spot them out, and they'll have control of the river first to set it where they please, although Comedic Toast just immediately backing off. They have numbers here, Prodgap that is, and they're just walking straight at them, in which Jamie's happy to give the space.
Yeah, Jubilatory's disconnected here while he was picking up that mid wave, and he might have to pick up another one here. So they don't want the fight quite yet because their carries are just not together. They're not in a good spot. Gojo almost gets found there, has to glide over the wall, and the rest of his team is trying to meet up with him. That way they can play this front to back fight, and Varus ulti lands, but the Yone lands 3 and dies. Okay. Soulfire falls. Flash forward by Comedic Toast to find Paris, but great Sky of the Week by Ghoul Freak to stop the engage.
This is really strange. We're getting a reset from Gojo. He does have TP, which makes it work.
And then he's gonna...
So,
wait, he's TPing for a flank.
They don't know.
Paris gets got it out again.
Goldfreak just gonna Gojo honor the Z shuffle into him. Tark ult as well. Goldfreak falls. Paris has to walk out. Seeing Chicken was on a 1v1 with somebody on the other side, but Sharome falls as well.
Push mid!
And I think it's an end angle. You don't grab the third dragon, as you're saying here, Rhino. Push mid. You can drop the game. They have no wave clear. Seeing Chicken hanging out to end. It's only Paris and a respawning Yoki to worry about the inhib. There's
Stinging Chicken is staying behind to try and steal the dragon?
From a Nunu.
How? Wait, directed camera, bring me to the Nunu. as Paris dies, who cares on the other side? The jungle
fight doesn't
1v1
matter.
over the dragon.
They're gonna end the game. This fight doesn't matter. Even if he kills
He won't
him,
even die.
the game's over.
Oh my god, what is going on? All right, well, you know, well played by Witch Jamie. They were decisive and ended there. Good shot, good calls, good shot calling, good shot calling.
That's so... Oh, man. End results here. Damage from Azir, just gross. You see how often him and
5K.
Jubilatory got to just free fire, but Gojo with the burn attached and the Leandries, the Nashor's Tooth, and I'm sure that Medjai's, or the Dark Seal was stacked by the end of the game as well. 55k, nearly 56.
Most
Such a big
richest
deal.
man in the game. Holy
By
Gojo.
far. 16k gold? This man was full build with plenty of time to spare.
Yep. Sorry, Twitch chat. It wasn't Nexus for Soul because Stinging Chicken was fighting for the kill and he wasn't hitting Dragon. So
True.
sorry, Twitch chat. You gotta be correct about these things before you type them. No memes here. He got it. He did not. I don't. Who cares if he got it?
Yeah, I mean, if it's I don't understand. Even if he does, you have to kill the Nunu beforehand because Nunu can always outsmite you by just pressing Q and then hitting smite. It's a 2400 damage smite.
Yeah, absolutely
So,
insane.
The play doesn't happen in the first place, and then you lose base on top of that. I understand the desire to do it, but hanging on in there for a little bit is better. Honestly, Prod Gap looked good, though, to start the game. Their laning phase, I thought, was better. It's just mainly the
These random 3v3, 4v4 fights that they opted into and tried to fight until one whole team like died was a pretty big mistake from Prod Gap and put them behind a lot because they aren't able to win those type of fights.
Yep, the sustained fighting was not the angle. You just got to get the burst and get out. Find your one, find your two picks. I understand you want to play front to back the entire time, but when you lock in a Syndra APC, got to play around her strengths as opposed to what you would used to be doing with a typical AD carry. And Prod Gap, for a team between both these rosters, they were pretty close between the both of them, correct? Like record-wise before this one?
Which Jamie before this game was 3-4, and I believe Prod Gap is 2-3. Maybe I'm behind by one game, but so.
Okay, so
I think-
Prod Gap falling to 2-4, making things difficult for
Why
them.
are they short a game? Oh, they didn't play their yesterday game. I wonder if it got reported somewhere.
Oh.
But anyway, so Witch Jamie is going to move up to 4-4. They have 2 games remaining. They're still in the upper half because they win this one, so they should be pretty
locked
good.
in, right? Yeah.
They should be pretty much like locked in. Kind of like how we were saying for Chug Jug being like a 2 to 5% falling out. They should be pretty similar.
Yep. It's the 3-win threshold that I think we'll see a couple of tiebreakers get broken around that mark.
Yep.
So that'll do it for us here today. The first one, kind of just a blip in the grand scheme of things between Whatever Burger and Chug Jug Kitty Burger Time. I had to recall that from memory. Not an easy one to do so. This one, though, much more heated, a much more longer game, but it will be Prod Gap falling to the side of Witch Jamie. Well played to all 4 teams. Thank you for showcasing what you have, and I'll throw it to you for any closing thoughts before we end the stream, Rhino, if you have anything to plug. Stats, everybody, make sure you check them out.
Go check out the weekly stats channel inside the Discord channel. I have a bunch of like random screenshots or things or links to the actual website if you ever need those. So go check that out there. But otherwise, it was a pretty good 2 games today. The first one was just a masterclass in how to end at around before 25 minutes, and the last one was a grind, but it was a very entertaining grind. It was.
That's exactly the takeaway. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a good rest of your evening, and good luck to any teams that still have week 4 games to finish. I've been Quanzek. Next to me has been Tiramisu Rhino, and we are signing off for the night. Good night, everybody.
Tiramisu.